Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Having a great day today. I hope you're having a great day. Uh, my name is Eric Croft with Command Your Legacy, and I am a former PT struggler, 50-pound weight loss success story, and also a cancer survivor. I just want to talk to you guys today about finding your disconnect. Why is it that we continually do things over and over and end up with the same result, even though expecting a different result? It's the definition of insanity, right? We continue to do things that we don't, we end up not getting the result that we expect. But we continue to do the same thing over and over anyways, right? You know, that's where I was at with my PT at one point in my career, to where I was thinking I was doing one thing over the other, and expecting to lose weight, expecting to get more than a minimum on PT tests, and expecting to go, just do great things, and not getting the result that I was expecting. But yet I continued to work through the same processes and implement the same processes throughout my training. But I was sprinting to my PT test instead of creating a marathon. I was not incorporating a rigorous routine enough to get me where the goal that I had was to get and maintain at 90 plus, and to where I did not have to step off the scale into the tape around my waist and my neck. So I continued to use efforts that were not working very well for me, even though I expected a different result every time, right? It's easy to go into things with preconceived notions, and that's what I had. I just had preconceived notions that this was going to work, and nothing different was going to make it any better. I had my own ideas of how things should actually work, but yet it wasn't working. And we all fall into that trap at some time in our life with certain things. So I'm going to give you some tips on finding a way, finding the disconnect and of something that's not working very well for you. First off is educate yourself. Educate yourself about the process. Educate yourself about why is it that it's not working. Find what has worked for others. Look at others that have gone through the same struggle that you have, and just find out what works for them. What is it that they did in order to overcome and make the progress that you're wanting to make? See how something works in the inner operations of that process to ensure that you can implement that into what you want to achieve. Tip 2, get to the root of it. Just get to the root of it. What are you doing in your efforts that may be sabotaging you? Really take a hard look at what it is down below the surface that's keeping you from getting to where you want to go. Tip number 3. Well, 3, 2, 3, can't even count. Seek outside input. Don't stay in your little box. And I'm very notorious for doing that. I get, my wife teases me about that all the time, about staying in my blinders, and I keep straight forward, and I don't open those blinders up and look out. Get outside input. Have someone look at what you're doing and get their feedback. Use that feedback and ask them, what can you do what can you see that I'm doing wrong that I could change in order to redirect my course? That's all you got to do. Just ask somebody. If there's somebody there that supports you, and that you have that support system around you, your circle of people that actually give you opportunity to uplift you and increase you and not decrease you, get their input. Get the advice and use those as recommendations, and don't just listen to them and say, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. How do you know? Because obviously what you're doing is not working, right? So why not try something new? Use the advice of somebody and say, hey, yeah, I'll try that and see what happens. So that's what I had to do. I had to take the advice of somebody else to get myself out of my comfort zone, out of my box, pull off my blinders, and incorporate something different. And by doing that, within my PT, I was able to achieve the results that I was looking for. I was able to achieve and maintain 90% on each of my events. I dropped 2 uniform sizes because of it. 50 pounds. I don't have to step off the scale into a tape anymore. I can walk up to the PT test and just, not a big deal. It's just a normal routine workout for me every day. So it's not a big deal. And that's what helps me win every day. Removes worry, removes doubt. My career is in a great order. Everything around me is, I feel, is where it needs to be because I changed one small process. I educated myself. I implemented outside input, and I ended up, getting to the root of the cause in the end. So I encourage you to do that. Take those 3 steps and see what happens. Try it out. Don't expect it to happen overnight, but take the steps in order to put yourself into a position where you will succeed, right? And that's where you can start is, educating yourself in the process of what's not working and how it can work. Get to the root of it, and then you seek outside input. I ask that you share this today with somebody that could possibly, get some benefit from this. I hope you got benefit from it. I look forward to talking to you next time. Take care.